Oh yes, we have one of my favorite personal fighters to break down. We have Mateusz Gamrot versus RDA Rafael dos Santos. Gamrot, his nickname's Gamer. To me, he's Scamrot. This guy just keeps winning, right? 23-2. He's 4-1 his last five. He's coming off of that KO victory over Rafael Fiziev, where he broke Fiziev's knee with, with that defending his strike. Some might call it a fluke, but hey, man, it's Gamrot's game, right? Rafael dos Santos, he's 32-15, 3-2 in his last five. He's actually coming off a decision loss to Vicente Luque at the welterweight division, so he's dropping back down to 155 after that fight. Looking at the odds, it's actually been steamed pretty heavy since we started the breakdown. So it did open up at minus 400, and there were certain points throughout the last couple weeks where it was minus 300, but now it's been going back down to a minus 425. So some dog action was taken, but now people are shoving back on Gamrot, going on the Gamrot train here. Alex, what do you think about Gamrot versus RDA in this lightweight matchup?
Yep. I mean, I also like to call him Scamrot.
Yeah.
uh, just because, I think this guy's a pretty funny fighter. Um, so it's interesting because uh this is one of those fights, I had messaged the group yesterday evening. I was like, I kind of like Gamrot as a parlay piece at minus 330. Uh Obviously line has since moved. He's now a 425. So, wish we put that in. But this morning I put in another bet related to this fight, the over 2.5. So we got in at minus 265. So what it opened up at. So it's minus 310. And so, I really think that one, I think Gamrot's gonna win. And two, I also do I do think the over will hit. In terms of, the breakdown, like RDA is 39 years old, and this is going to be a fight at lightweight. And, RDA moves from welterweight to lightweight a lot, so I don't really understand it. It's going to be really tough for him, especially having last fought at welterweight against Vicente Luque to now move back down and weight cut all the way back to lightweight. Um, yeah, I mean, like Luque took down RDA 8 times in the fight, so I kind of see the same thing where, Gamrot, he loves to shoot, and so I feel like RDA is going to slow down a lot just from the, Gamrot spamming takedowns, but, I could see RDA having some, success early, which is why I didn't necessarily put in that, Gamrot money line outright or, like, as part of a parlay, because, I think RDA has pretty good striking, and so he could see some success early, win round one, and then all of a sudden, it could be like a sweaty decision. But I think I like the over. That should also be a lock, in my opinion.
Yeah, yeah. I like the over too, actually, better than the Gamrot money line, in my opinion. Yeah, Gamrot, man, this guy, he's just a nonstop wrestler, just pushes that pace the entire fight. He just turns the MMA match into a wrestling match, is what I like to kind of say. I mean, I think that his takedown volume is elite. He does struggle with control though, so he lets his opponents back up. That's why he averages that many takedowns. He's also not much of a sub threat. I think he has, okay kickboxing, but the threat of the takedown just makes him much better than he actually is on the feet. He has an okay, leg kick. I think that his striking defense is something that he could use. I mean, he could improve on. He seems to, whenever I watch him, at least, I mean, he seems to just get knocked down in most of his fights, and it just continues to show incredible recovery and durability. Just get back up and continue diving for legs. I mean, this guy's really that nonstop. RDA is just tried and true vet at this point, former champion. He's had success at 155 and 170, but he's been going back and forth a lot throughout the last few years. I think that he's a solid, veteran, good grappling, good takedowns as well, can use solid control, just wealth of experience in MMA grappling. He likes to shoot for takedowns as he's working on the feet, so it's rare for him to shoot like a naked takedown. I think that he's also a good striker, likes to attack with kicks at all three levels. Great cardio as well. I mean, he's also able to just last the whole fight, decent chin. I believe that Gamrot will be able to just push the pace and break down RDA throughout 3 rounds. RDA just will not be dangerous enough on the feet or the ground to be able to deter or punish Gamrot for his aggressive takedown game plan. So pick here is going to be Gamrot by decision. I like the over 2.5 better than the straight money line for Gamrot, and I would consider that a parlay piece as well. So yeah, I think that's a good play for that fight because I do think it's going to go decision more often than not between those two.